Hi, brave souls. Welcome to the Brave Evolution podcast. I'm your host, Chantel Hampton, and this is your boost of empowerment.
The Brave Evolution is all about you being brave enough to dig deep and face the fears, face the ugly, and face the horrible cards you were dealt, and allowing those beautiful jewels deep inside of you to take root and to grow.
Hey, y'all. I feel like I'm doing these more and more in the car, and for some people that it's not very safe, but I promise you, I assure you, I'm really paying attention to the road. I just celebrated a birthday, and I am super grateful. I'm so happy for another year, and I'm excited about this new season that I've entered in. There's been so many lessons within the past year that I have really graciously and intentionally tried to hone in on, and I'm super grateful that God slowed me down enough to be able to do so. And before the month of October's out, I just wanted to share something that has really hit me within the past couple of days, honestly, just in this time of reflection and this time of regrouping and all that I've been doing over the past few months. And one of the things that has really hit home is, one, encouraging myself and keeping myself encouraged even when things don't look right, but also savoring each moment. I have really realized that I have such a habit of, one, rushing through things, or taking on so much that I don't fully embrace the moments that I'm in. And I had to really reflect on why I do that, why I tend to hurry through things or multitask on a consistent basis, including now. So sorry. But multitask or not savor things. So in this time, and I use my birthday to enjoy some time with friends and loved ones, and also I used it as a time, like I took the evening and kind of silenced myself and sat down and wrote out, those areas in my life that worked, the things within the past year that worked, the things that didn't work, and the areas of improvement. And one of the common things that I realized was that God has been really trying to get me to slow down. And when I slowed down, I was able to pay attention more. And when I was able to pay attention more, I was able to internalize the lessons and the things in life more. The lessons, the joy, the hurt, the love, the excitement, the expectancy. I was able to internalize that more. And that is super important, because it's in moments that you need encouragement, that you pull on and you draw from the experiences from your past that encouraged you, or the things that happened that went in your favor. And you pull from those experiences to say, okay, if I did it then, I can do it now. If this happened then, it can happen now. And so you pull from those experiences. But if you don't pay attention to those experiences, it's hard to pull from them. It's hard to encourage yourself. It's hard to remember the feelings and the excitement and the expectation. It's hard to say, okay, yeah, this is how I felt then, and this is what happened then, because you didn't allow yourself to savor it or experience it. So that's one of the things that I've really had to acknowledge in myself. And in my acknowledgement, I recognize that the reason why is because for so long in my life, so many things changed. When I was younger, a lot changed. There were some moments that were very consistent, but it felt like the things that I really cared about or cherished were removed from me, and or just shifted. The dynamics of relationships shifted, or the locations of where people live shifted, and a lot of times it's connected to people. I might have switched churches, and so the church that I knew and the people that I knew, I was no longer connected to. So I found myself kind of sparing myself from attachments, because when I got attached, I would get attached deeply. And so in order to keep myself from being attached, I would just move and keep moving and keep sticking and moving. Like, I would not allow myself to fully embrace and ponder what I felt. So although I would connect to things, I didn't allow myself to fully connect emotionally, and I did not live in the moment. And I realized that about myself, and I realized that within the past couple of years, God has been allowing me to sit and live with my emotions, sit and live with my feelings. When I tried to speed up, or when I tried to keep moving, He yoked me back in and said, sit and live with it. And I've recognized, and I was so grateful when I was writing this down, because I was just like, wow, thank you for making me sit down. Thank you for making me pay attention to the connections and why I make those connections and why I love certain things, down to, you know, looking out in nature and why I love trees, or why I love animals, and looking at the fact that I actually like to see a squirrel. This sounds funny, but I like to see squirrels run up a tree. Like, I think it's so cool in the way they move and their expressions. And I love nature. I love the beauty of creation, and taking the time to embrace it and internalize it, and then question myself, like, why do I like that? What is it about it that I like? Or what is it about it that I enjoy? What brings me satisfaction in this moment? Why does it? You know, asking myself those questions, it is so healing. It's healing. It's healing. And so taking those moments and taking inventory and stock of what worked in my life, what didn't work in my life, the areas of improvement, and then trusting that as I savor each moment and I live in those moments, that in itself is the encouragement I need to keep pushing, to keep moving. Even when things don't feel completely right, I know that there's something in it that I'm getting. I know that it's something in it that is building me into the person that I was purposed to be and created to be. And that's what this is about. That's what this is about. It's in every moment. It's in moments of pain, moments of suffering, moments of greatness, moments of joy, moments of expectation, all those highs and lows of life. That's what the evolution is about. That's what causes us to evolve. But it takes bravery to slow down, ponder, and reflect, internalize, savor, enjoy, embrace, and live. My pastor, the bishop of our church, he always says, slow down to the speed of life. Slow down to the speed of revelation. And in theory, I understood what that meant. In reality, I wasn't slowing down. Life has caused me to slow down. And then life is now causing me to appreciate the pace. Appreciate the pace of process. Appreciate the process, but also the pace of process. When we savor and appreciate the pace of process, we recognize that there is growth in every moment, and that's encouragement. So that's what I wanted to share with you all this morning. So that's what I wanted to share with you all today. Savor the moments. Slow down. Enjoy. Reflect. Give yourself time and space to do that. If you're sitting with family and friends, what are they talking about? Sit in that moment. Don't think about your to-do list. Don't think about the other things that happened. Don't keep pondering on what happened yesterday or what you might have done wrong or whatever. Live in that moment. Internalize that moment. If there's something that you enjoy, like I said, it was my birthday, so I enjoyed something that was sweet, and I typically do like sweets, but sometimes I would just eat them and eat quickly, or do something quickly, but not savor that moment. And as I took the time to just slow down and savor the moment, I said, God, I didn't even eat the whole thing, but I was like, God, thank you for the sweetness of life. Thank you for the sweetness. Thank you for the saltiness of life. Thank you for the bitterness. There are moments that have been bitter. So thank you for those sweet and bitter moments. Growing up, one last thing before I let you all go. Growing up, I had the opportunity to participate in Jewish seders around the Passover time and season. And my church, we would do a combination where we would do Black Jewish seders. So our church was predominantly African American, and so we would have the Jewish community come in, and we would sit, or we would go to a synagogue and partake in the celebration of Passover. And I'll never forget them having like horseradish on the table, and then apples and honey, and like macaroons, and the Menasheves wine and the matzah. So with the apples and honey, it was to symbolize the sweetness of the promise, the sweetness of life, and going and entering into the promised land. And then the horseradish was the bitterness. And so thinking about that, that's what it brought me back to that place when I was celebrating my birthday and enjoying the sweet treat. It was, thank you for the sweetness of the year. Thank you for the sweetness of life. And it causes you to be so grateful. But if I had not slowed down and just ate the cake or whatever it was, I would not have embraced and been able to be super grateful for the beauty of life, for the pain of life, for the excitement and the expectations of life. So that's my encouragement to you. Slow down, embrace, savor, rejoice, and then encourage yourself through those experiences and through those emotions. I love you all, and I'm so grateful to be able to share my experience and my journey with you. If this is encouraging to you and you feel like it could be encouraging to someone else, please like, share, and subscribe if you haven't done so already. I appreciate you so much, and I believe in you. Be brave enough to be whole. Be brave enough to be divine. And simply just be brave enough to live your life to the fullest. God bless you, and take care.